sup. I didn't find that workout to be sufficient. I no longer found that to be sufficient. So we're gonna try it again today. All right. That's the plan. So let's do a little bit of back today. I live 7 days a week. If I have my way, I do. If I have my way. So this is, I don't think I actually weigh this, but I weighed in at 185 point something this morning, and doesn't seem consistent to me. I'll say 188. I'll say 189. I don't think I'm 185 right now. I mean, that's what the scale said, but that's like, I don't think that's where we're at, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and get warmed up and see where we are at. But we do know that it is time to get it going, so let's do it. Impulse control with food, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, food is just like, you know, you gotta eat, right? And your body has all these mechanisms around, and just habits around food. So yeah, it might take some time to establish new habits and being able to kind of push through some of the times where your body's just wanting to do it the way it wants, and you got to sort of use your will to overcome some of those just feelings, right? It's okay to put some healthy barriers between you and bad food decisions, like if you don't want to eat crappy food, don't have it around, you know? Like good food as fuel only? Yeah, I don't know if I've ever really been there. I enjoy food. I like the food I'm eating in my diet right now. I like it. There's nothing really else I'd rather eat, honestly. You know, that's just kind of how it goes. Did I stretch this morning? I don't usually do stretching in the morning. This is kind of my morning stretching right now. Yeah, but I like the foods that I eat, and there's really nothing I'd rather be eating right now. All things put together, right? They got their own recipes. I mean, it's pretty much, yeah. It's not really very fancy though. It's like microwave some oatmeal, bake some chicken, eventually microwave that chicken again, right? Salad, raked tomatoes, one serving of dressing that I like on the salad, and that's one meal. Another meal I have like a bunch of green beans, some ground beef, a little bit more chicken, raked tomatoes, boom. Start lifting, yeah, you should start lifting. Yep, and you should stop thinking about it and just go ahead and do it like today. Just get it started. Yep, do it. Especially if you're kind of noticing that you don't like the way you feel right now, get after it. Less testosterone in the winter, maybe. Any sort of testosterone fluctuation that you're gonna have by the seasons isn't gonna make a difference. You may feel different, I hate wintertime. I feel bad in the winter, but it's not like testosterone, right? Testosterone, it doesn't do as much as people think it does, I think, compared to some things, right? Like testosterone is definitely important for your overall health, but it's not like the determining factor, you know what I mean? Your testosterone might be, my testosterone might be lower in the winter, but it's probably because like there's all these other things about my body and my mind that hate the winter, so just everything sucks. And it probably isn't a big enough difference to matter either, so. I wouldn't get too caught up in the test, get caught up in training, eating, and sleeping. Drinking water makes more impact on you. How you feeling? Probably does, yeah, absolutely. Like just the basic stuff makes a bigger difference on how you feel and your ability to make gains and whatever with testosterone, yeah. Agreed. I'm gonna do one set of these and I'm gonna go do some pull-ups. Kind of affect weight gain. Right, but I'm just telling you, if you're like, it's usually not testosterone. Whatever you're thinking is keeping you from gaining weight, building muscle, whatever. It's usually not testosterone. It's usually you're just not training, eating, or sleeping right. The main thing is, that guy was like, I thinking about going to the gym because I hate myself. It's like, okay, other part of that is whatever. You should go to the gym for sure. Because if you don't like what's going on with yourself, the gym is like grade A, number one, A+ thing to do if you're not feeling good. So, yes, do that. Everything else is kind of whatever, right? Let's key on to the important part here, which is go to the gym. I don't want to be rude, it looks small. Like, yeah, we're dieting for a bodybuilding competition. So, there's gonna be, well, first of all, we're losing weight. So, second of all, there's gonna be days where you actually look small because you're depleted. Because you're not putting as much food in your system, so your body's just kind of flat and small. But the funny thing is, you might look small some days and you look small with clothes on, but then you eat a little more carbohydrates, you fill out a little bit, you got no clothes on, and then you're up on stage against other people who've been doing the same thing, and you're like, oh, that's what this is for, huh? Any downsides? Well, it's not really a normal deadlift, I guess, so if you're training for a normal deadlift, you still want to do that, but I like hex bar a lot. For optimal gains, you'd still do rest day? Yeah, then do it. That's fine. Hell yeah. A lot of my training setup is sort of less focused on what is optimal for gains and more about like what's optimal for like my life, you know what I mean? So, it doesn't mean you can't do both. It's not like either or, it's just like, do you want to take that rest day or do you want to go ahead and get in the gym? It's like, well, I probably want to go ahead and get in the gym. And overall, that extra day in the gym might help keep me in rhythm and have better training instead of having worse training, and that could be optimal, could be better for the gains anyway, so. Because my mindset is better, I stay more in rhythm, you know? And then we have hex bar deadlifts too. We'll see. We'll see. Shoulder raise, lateral raise for pull-ups. Yeah, just pumping, man. Just pumping, doing something in between. One little second of lat rest. My shoulders are pretty poor. They could honestly use about as much work as I could give them. As much work as I can give them. Really, truly, honestly. Yeah, I don't think I have ADHD, but I do need to work out every day. When things get weird. I don't think the science on testosterone suggests it does anything. But I guess if it doesn't have any negative side effects, you could try it out like other herbal supplements, see if it makes you feel different, but I don't think it does anything, right? That's how it goes, Des. Every now and then they'll be like, oh, the zero side effects, natural steroid, and then it's like, doesn't do anything, but it'll sell for a little while, right? That left arm to work right. Oh, back and tries. So a barbell row is usually mostly just for your back, not a lot of triceps, not a lot of like elbow extension going on in those. I'm gonna move this up a couple slots, see how this thing works. Be more active, you know? Maybe have some good food choices while you're there. You'll be fine. Use it as an opportunity to build some good habits. I mean, you got it in you. You said you were benching 350 a while back. You got it in you. Just got to get the ball rolling a little bit, you know? Get the ball rolling. It's normal that I've gained what looks to be a little bit of fat put on muscle. What's your food look like? I mean, that doesn't sound surprising. But yeah, if you're not tracking your intake, then yeah, eat pretty clean. Okay, so what that tells me is you are not tracking your calories. So start doing that. That's what matters, right? Yeah. Start tracking the calories. Eat well and work out something complicated? Well, you could eat what you think is well, and you could be working out and not making any progress because you're not actually hitting what's important, which is deficit or surplus of calories for your loss or gains goals, and then progressive overload in the gym for, you know, making sure you're moving forward with your training. So it's not real complicated, but there are a few basic things that you got to make sure you're doing, right? And if you're not doing those things, it could be confusing. You're like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm eating clean. I'm going to the gym. Why am I not seeing progress, right? Don't worry about that. Which one? Don't worry about what? I absolutely encourage you to worry about doing the very basics. But I think what you're saying is maybe just focus on establishing good habits, which is also important. Yeah. And it's not really an either or, right? While you're establishing your good habits, you may as well go ahead and establish the habit of putting your food on a food scale, you know what I mean? Because some people may, again, feel like they're doing what they're supposed to do, but not seeing results, and they may get discouraged, right? It's not really that hard to put your food on a food scale and track it, right? And it's not really that hard to go to the gym and be like, oh, I did 40 pounds on the chest press machine last time. Today I'll do 45. You know, it's not that hard to do that. Those are the small things that can help you continue to move forward and see results, which is motivating some people. Motivating for me, I've been doing it for 20 years. Arms and shoulders tomorrow, boys. Arms and shoulders tomorrow. That'll be the plan. But for now, I think that's enough. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the love. See you guys tonight. Peace.